Hey everyone, welcome to Bucky's Customs. My name is Dana. Hey, in this video I'm going to show you a little demonstration, no carving actually. I'm just going to show you the results of a little bit of research I did for a viewer that asked about some speeds and feeds, and he wants to make some shiplap lines in a round or a square piece, and I'm guessing it's you know, the craft stuff that I see out there now where they run the lines through. I'm guessing it's that. But he's getting a bunch of tear out and was kind of hoping that I could give him some insight as far as what speeds and feeds I would recommend. And I did a little test tonight, and I think the key here is, if you're using pine, to use a downcut bit. And I didn't have one. The only bit I had was the new compression bits by Sienci Labs, and it's an 1/8 inch compression bit. It's a down cut, and I really like this bit. It came, the project really impressed me with pine. So I'm going to show you what I did, and hopefully you could see this. The first line here was at 30 feet per minute, and I was running at a 0.10 or 0.1 depth of cut, and it went by the first time, came back, my total cut was 1/8 of an inch. So it cleaned it up. That 0.025 cleaned it up very nicely. There was no debris in the hole, no tear out. I went up to 40 feet per minute. Same plunge rate, which was 10, and it came back, cleaned that slot out perfectly, no tear out. I went to 60, same thing. All the way up, all the way back, no tear out. 80 feet per minute. All the way up, it went so fast it left a ton of debris, filled the slot. But when it came back to do that 0.025, it cleaned it all out, sucked it out, and there was no debris. Now you can see some still left in this groove. You can see it in there. That's what happens when you go too fast. It'll tear the bottom. So I went to 100 on this last groove, and I got a bunch of tear out. You know, I can feel it with my finger that it tore it out just a little bit, left some burrs. Probably sandable, but I would say 80 would be the max for this pine board. And I was just flat out impressed by this bit. It really did a nice job, and that really come out good. It kind of looks like shiplap. It's what it's supposed to look like. So anyway, I hope I answered your question. The ideal speeds and feeds on that, I run my Makita router at 3.5, and I never change it. I've always left it there. I've messed around with the speed of the router a little bit here and there, but it's a happy medium right there. Does pretty good for everything that I do. Now, the maximum speed on that, I would say, to get a really nice cut would be 40 feet per minute. And you could go to 60 to speed it up if you want to maybe just run a Scotch-Brite across the corners of that groove, or even, you know, a corner block, something that you could just take the burrs off. That's all it really did. I'm pretty sure that you probably blow them out of there with an air hose, and most of them. But I would say I'd stop at 60. I wouldn't do 80 or 100 for pine. I think it's just going to tear it out. And there again, pine is so different across the board. You know, you could have a nice tight grain on one side and a big fat grain on the other, and the next thing you know, you got swirlies and Pine is just a fun wood to work with. That's why I like cherry wood. Can't always get it, but that's what I like to mill and machine. But anyway, you can go to CNC Labs. I'll put a link in the description below so that you can go there and order this compression bit. Like I said, it's an 1/8 inch shank and it is a compression bit downcut. It's a really, really good bit to have in your arsenal. So, hey, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe to my channel. Come back and watch another video. Ring the bell so that you can get notified when I post again. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you again. Be safe out there.